Joining us now in studio is Riggs Eckelberry. Of course, Riggs is the CEO of OriginClear, stock symbols OCLN. Always a pleasure, Riggs.
Thank you, sir.
Well, now, the last couple of weeks, we've had some really fascinating conversations. We've talked about revenue growth. We've talked about sales growth. You've got some more growth to tell us about this week.
Yes. So, as we've been announcing, we've been having an expansion of our manufacturers rep network. Now, that is the number one way that water companies get business is from these various manufacturers reps that carry your line, right? Now, to give you an idea how much of a scope we have here, both Modular Water and Progressive Water each started with 2 rep organizations, sorry, 4, so they had 8 in place. Now they're sharing those. We've added 12, which means we now have 20 manufacturers rep organizations that are geographical all over the United States, driving business, and that means 70 people on the phone who are excited about Modular Water. I'm seeing the emails like, this is incredible, I love it, and they're driving us business. So lots of business coming in, I love it. The next problem is, how do you turn around the proposals fast enough? These are complex systems. So there's a report from Dan Early, the head of Modular Water, to update folks on the importance of having a process in place. Just this afternoon, Rob is the new pre-sales engineer, Rob and I were able to assemble a proposal for a prospect in South America. We were able to prepare it in about an hour. We had our templates in place. It was easy to pick the correct solution. The goal here is to be able to do 90% promotion, selling, and 10% designing. And ultimately, we want to get that 10%, as I was saying before, down to literally less than 1%. So that's going well. And the other big factor is that a few weeks ago, we had Tom Marchicello on the show. Well, he's moved in with a vengeance because he knows so much about world-class organizations that Dan here is saying, I've been working with Tom on some of the mission-critical operational elements that make up our foundation. I'm very pleased with the progress, experience, insight, and intuition that Tom demonstrates and displays. So what Tom is working on is all the process, you design the systems, then you start, doing all the purchasing, and it all comes together from all the different places and built and deployed, invoice, accounting. There's a massive amount of stuff, and we're having to invent it on the fly because Modular Water was created really out of nothing. Just Dan Early's expertise, his patents, and his roughly $10 million in pipeline that he had, and now it's feeding through, and we're seeing it happen. And I'm saying, thank God, because it's living through a sale of a water system is incredible. But the good news is, once you overcome the pipeline, the lag, now it's rolling, right? And that's what we're seeing now, is deals that were being cut back last fall are now moving through to completion. And I've got Tom Marchicello just in time to make it slick.
Now, as CEO of this company overseeing this operation, you've seen a meteoric growth of boots on the ground with respect to salespeople, market reps that are talking about your product. I know you're challenged with the idea of delivering the product, but is the management of this overall growth a challenge as well?
Well, I've got such a great team. So really all I got to do is just keep, feeding it, enabling staff to come on board, enabling software investments and so forth. So I just got to keep, stoking the fire, right? That's my job. But I've got a great team. Bill Charnesky, who put the rep team together. Tom Marchicello, who's working on the supply chain. Dan Early, who's got the brilliant systems. Rob, who's our new sales guy. These guys are amazing. All I got to do is let them go.
That's nice. Now, you see, with all these different people, new people on the ground, so to speak, are you getting new kind of feedback from them that you weren't getting previously that you're able to react to?
Yes. Well, they'll go, for example, Tom, well, why are we doing something this way? I'm like, well, good question, dude. Fix it, right? So a lot of, people have been around for a while in the company. I think the newcomers are bringing a whole new hustle, you might say. That, we've been developmental for so long, and now to just have this organization just bust out, and people who are not shy about giving us their opinions, they're doing it, and I love it.
Once again, OriginClear, OCLN. Of course, talking to the Sultan of Water, Riggs Eckelberry. He's also the CEO of the company. We've got a dozen titles for him. Stick with us. We'll give them to you. Riggs, always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.